I've taken the round function, and you'll remember that if we want to make a function or a formula actually display in a cell, we just precede it by the single apostrophe there. So I have done that so that the function shows up for us, and we can easily see, at a glance, what we need to include in the formula that we're working on. This is going to be a nested function. We're going to use the result here inside of this function because the number that we want to round, notice here I am, specifying the number. I'm actually typing it in. But what I want for this number, I want it to be the result of that formula. So that's all that I have to do. I'm going to take and put my cursor right after the equal sign. I'll type round and my opening parenthesis, and then I can just go ahead and place that same formula there, put a comma, and I want to round to the digit 2 and my closing parenthesis. So I have replaced that static number with now a formula. Excel will calculate the formula. It'll send back the result, and then the round function will work off of that result, and when I hit enter, that is what I get. So now instead of having that, the third decimal place there, I've rounded that up successfully to 2 decimal places. Believe it or not, this basic concept of how to nest functions and formulas inside of one another, this is one of the biggest hurdles that people face. So if you can overcome this simple concept, then you're going to be able to do all kinds of things with the myriad of functions available in Excel. And since this is so important, let me explain just one more time what's going on. Whenever there are functions and formulas and all this stuff inside of everything, and in fact let me go ahead and make this even clearer. I'll use the sum function even though it's going to give us the same result. I'll use the sum function there to show and kind of illustrate what's happening. In order for Excel to get the number that it's supposed to round, it's got to execute the sum function first. Okay? So everything on the inside, the innermost function, is what's going to be executed first, and then it's going to go out from there. And you'll see what I mean in the next few videos because we're going to compound this and actually build several nested functions inside of one another. So as Excel is reading this formula to see what it's supposed to do, it says round. Okay, I'm going to round something. What's the number that I'm going to round? And it says, oh, there's another function here, the sum function. So it executes the sum function. It says, what do I need to get the sum of? And it goes out, it sees F4, it grabs that number, multiplies it by 150%, and that returns a result. And then that result is returned to the round function. It does whatever it's supposed to do on that result, and it returns yet another result, which is what we see here, 351.71. Now at this point, that number that is returned is not, it doesn't look like money really because it doesn't have that dollar sign. So in the next video, we're going to take care of that, format this, get it prepared for even more manipulation.